tu na nataka niseme kwamba nimeona kitu national government na county governments wanapigania kumanage road maintenance levy. I want to ask President Ruto that if we are very serious about implementing devolution, we must allow counties to manage road maintenance levy. And if we are serious that we are implementing devolution, we must scrap Kenya Urban Roads Authority, Kura, and we must also abolish Kerra, ambayo ni Kenya Rural Roads Authority. Hizo vitu mbili nafasi kuwa scrap. Kenya Urban Roads Authority na Kenya Rural Roads Authority zinafasi ziondolewe, zikuwa abolished. Ile kitu inafaa tubaki nayo ni Kenya National Highways Authority ambayo ni ya national government. Lakini hizi vitu zingine kama tuna implement devolution, let us implement devolution in letter and in spirit, kwa ukweli. Kwa sababu nimeona President Ruto baada anataka kujifanya imperial president, anataka pia aendelee kufanya majukumu ambayo ni ya counties. Tunataka kuambia President Ruto, you will not succeed in reversing the gains we have made in devolution. Na sasa saa hizi mnaona ile finance bill ambayo inatayarishwa, finance bill ambayo ni ya kuangamiza wa Kenya kuliko finance bill ya kunusuru wa Kenya. Finance bill ambayo ina introduce tax inaitwa neonatal tax on newborn baby products. Serikali ambayo inachukia newborns. Serikali ambayo ina introduce tax nyingine inaitwa foreign remittance tax. Ati wewe ukitumiwa 1,000 na ndugu yako kutoka UK, Ruto anataka lazima hiyo 1,000 akule kitu. Serikali ambayo ina introduce 5% agriculture tax. Ukipeleka nyanya kwa soko lazima kwa mapato yako ile umeuza hiyo nyanya lazima ulipe 5% tax kwa serikali. Ule muluya huko kwetu amepeleka kuku yake moja kwa soko kuuza, lazima hiyo kuku atapeana 5% kwa serikali. Yaani hii serikali inaendelea kufuata watu na tax. Let me tell President Ruto, ukishapika mtu kama amefika chini, haifai umfuate kumkanyaga. Wakenya Ruto aliwakanyaga na taxes wako chini, tena anaendelea kuwakanyaga. Kwa vita, sheria vita, hufai kufuata mtu chini mpaka kumkanyage. How much will Ruto be satisfied that he has taxed Kenyans enough and he must stop? How much more will he tax Kenyans? Ruto is taxing Kenyans to their graves. Saizi yako China kuomba loan zingine. Tunataka kuambia Ruto kama baada huko China, aambie wa China we shall not pay their loan. It is an odious debt. We shall not pay it. Ruto aambie wa China akiwa huko, we shall not pay their loan. And I am telling the Chinese, we shall not pay your loan. Let Ruto not lie to you. We shall not pay. It is an odious debt. It was taken outside the law without the approval of the people. We shall not pay that loan. We won't. Hata hizo Eurobond hatutalipa. Hizo loan zote hatutalipa. Hata hii yenye Ruto amesaini jana kule China, loan ya 164 billion amesaini jana. Last week walisaini ingine 77 billion. Those ones are odious debts. We shall not pay. The doctrine of odious debts inasema kwamba countries must not pay debts that were accrued without the approval of the people and outside the law. We shall not pay those debts. Uhuru atalipa madeni ila alichukua, na Ruto ila anachukua saa hii atalipa mwenyewe, na Uhuru atalipa yake. We shall not pay. Loans that are coming into Kenya and going into bottomless pockets of vagabonds and bastards in suits, disguised as government officials ambao wako na bottomless pockets, kwa sababu saa hizi kuna ripoti kwamba wale watu katika ulimwengu wameweka pesa mingi kwa Swiss banks ni Kenyans. Imagine Wakenya ndio wameweka pesa mingi kwa Swiss banks. Kenya is a very rich country, and there are several ways to raise more revenue without taxing Kenyans. There are several other ways we can raise more revenue without taxing Kenyans. Kenya iko na madini, unexploited minerals. Tuko na titanium Kwale, tuko na flaspa hapa Ukambani, tuko na gold deposits in Kakamega, tuko na mafuta unexploited Turkana. We have a lot of minerals that can give us more revenue. But what we are doing is just taxing Kenyans, taxing and taxing more. Na hizo pesa zinaishia kwa bottomless pockets. Now we want to issue Ruto, we want to issue Dr. William Samoei Ruto an eviction notice. An eviction notice, we as Kenyans. This country is ours. We love Kenya as our country. We are very passionate and patriotic about our country, but we don't love Ruto. We are not patriotic about Ruto, and we are not passionate about him. We shall fight to protect our country, to restore the dignity of Kenyans. Kenyans who are wallowing in poverty, extreme poverty. I am saying, and I'm repeating again as I finish, it is not fair in this country that one person owns 5 choppers and another person cannot afford 50 shillings ya kumpeleka Industrial kwa mjengo. It is not fair that one person can afford the best health care in a London hospital and another Kenyan cannot afford a Panadol. It is not fair in this country that one person can afford to take his child to Montessori school where he pays fees ya term moja 1 million, and another person cannot afford an exercise book for his child. It is not fair in this country that one person can afford a lunch of 30,000, one lunch at Kemfiski, and another person cannot afford a basic meal of ugali and skuma in a day. It is not fair in this country. It is not fair in this country that one person anapata mshahara 1 million and there is a watchman who is earning only 11,000 na analipa mshahara 5,000. It is not fair in this country. I am talking about the gap between the rich and the poor. I am not saying that all Kenyans should be rich and wealthy and billionaires. I'm simply saying that we should bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. In US, kula Marekani, the lowest earning person must earn 10% of what the highest earning person is earning. It is not fair in this country. I am concluding, Mr. Chairman, by saying that it is not fair in this country that Kenyans, millions and millions of Kenyans, are wallowing in abject poverty. Na watu wengine kule juu, they live in opulence. They drive fuel guzzlers. They ride in expensive choppers. And there are other Kenyans down here who cannot afford a meal in a day. We are issuing Dr. William Samoei Ruto an eviction notice. An eviction notice that tarehe 10 August 2027, we shall not want him to spend an extra minute in his state house. atatoka mbio State House siku hiyo, akimbie siku ya kupumzika. An eviction notice. Thank you so much and God bless you all.